episodes of the show. Presented by Xfinity Flex, the 4K streaming TV box with voice remote and Peacock Premium. Free with Xfinity Internet.
All right, a lot of talk about Draymond Green, a lot of talk about the Giants. Niners, they'll report they can't July 26th, Shasky. Less than a month. The boys will be in Santa Clara.
Do we need the 24 clock? Jack Bauer. Douche.
I'm flying out to Europe that same day.
There it is.
Well, actually, I already know my flight. I'm going to be looking at all the Niners content from day one.
Rumor is that this station's going to be down there, hopefully, throughout. I think it'll be a lot of fun. No.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Expenses do not get approved for European
not
trips.
for Europe.
I was thinking more, actually, Europe might be closer. Santa Clara.
You know, they consider Santa Clara to be the Europe of the Bay Area. Many have said that. You've never heard that?
Never.
Oh, come on, Joe.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you need to get down there more
I was
often.
thinking more of the Mojave Desert, but that's okay.
It's good. Come on, give them a 3 for that, dudes.
Mojave Desert. Santa Clara is the Mojave Desert of the Bay.
Yeah,
It's
that's
tough,
a good
tough to reach.
It's a 2.
That's a 2?
That's a 2.
That's a 3 at least.
Number 2.
That's a 3 at least. Come on, that's good stuff right there, Dibs. That's good material.
I got no reaction out of myself, so I can't give him a 3.
Damn. Wow.
I mean, it was crickets.
Well, with
Number
that,
3.
So what was your reaction?
Hold on. It is time for the
sorry.
changeover. The changeover brought to you by the Oakland PD recruitment. Be the change you want to see. I want to see Dan Dibley change that from a 2 to a 3. Damn it. Damn.
Yeah,
I had a
you
good
got
joke.
2s in the back, too. So,
fine. Wow.
yeah. And normally you throw out the high and the low, and whatever the Russian judge gave you is what stands.
I'm down with that. Giants losing 2 out of 3 to the Reds.
Yeah.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Oh, Willard Dibs. Good morning.
How's everybody
did
doing?
Did you hear the stat?
the
Did you see the stat that Bonte put out
No,
into the
what's
world
it-
this
what's it-
morning?
What you got?
Giants are 1-4 since Mr. Mark Willard said they're 9 games over 500. Since the heated debate, the Giants are 1-4. Just saying.
Look, I'm all, first and foremost.
Just saying.
I'm
You
just
know
saying.
that I'm not a stat
I'm not
guy.
saying, but I'm just saying.
But of all the stats that anyone has ever run by me in the history of life, that is the stupidest thing I have ever heard. That's like saying they're winning 2-0 since the 7th inning of yesterday's game. Like, I mean,
Why true.
we can pick any moment we want. Look,
1-4 since the heated debate about who the Giants were.
Look, they're terrible.
Call it stupid.
They're terrible
Those
yesterday.
are facts.
They're
It's arbitrary. is what it is. You can arbitrarily draw
I'm joking,
any
guys. I'm
line.
joking.
No,
Any line you want.
They're terrible yesterday, and
They've been
Terrible
bad.
weekend.
They've been bad.
Well, but yesterday there's a difference between losing and this
Lethargic.
team. Well, this team at moments doesn't look like a big league ball club, which is weird to say about a team that has a winning record.
Hit the cut.
Right,
Like come on. Basic fundamentals.
Or cover first.
Yes.
When there's a ground ball to first, pitcher. Like that. You know what I mean?
Focus.
There are moments when I'm watching the Giants. And this is mainly defensively, like whatever,
Yeah.
like, right? We talk about the bats and guys go hot and cold, and I heard you guys talking to Flem about Belt's health, and right, the injury bug, Luis Gonzalez now too, it's and Junis is killing him because we can get into all of that, but what to me is like demoralizing for a pitching staff and a fan base is when your Major League Baseball team doesn't look like they know what they're doing defensively.
Yeah.
You catch the ball, you know where to be, you know where to throw. That's what makes a big league ball club a big league ball club. The clean nature of the way the ball moves around the diamond. And this particular team goes into funks where you're like, bad news Bears. Line 2.
Yeah.
And that's the stuff that bugs me.
Well, that's
when I watch
attention
this
to
team.
detail,
Yeah.
and as we look to assign blame, and again, they're still above 500, and they're very much in the picture, but that looks like coaching as opposed to roster
Well,
construction.
probably drives them nuts because, as you know, when you talk about attention to detail,
Right.
that's their thing.
It should
That's
be. It
their
has
thing.
been.
That's Gabe Kapler's thing.
But it hasn't been over the course of the last 2 to 4 to 6 weeks, and that's why they're losing these games. The game they lose to Atlanta because Slater doesn't back up on a fly ball. He flat foots it. You give up 90 feet.
100%.
Turns into a rally and you lose. And like you said, not covering first, missing the cutoff guy. These 90-foot mistakes,
Casale behind
it's
the plate.
reflective of, and you can't just solely blame the coaching, but these are not mistakes they used to make, and it's costing them games.
Well, and they're out their best defenders. Whatever you feel about Belt, He's a plus defender. You're out Crawford. He's the greatest shortstop they've ever had.
But this year's Crawford
has been bad.
He's got, 10 errors, I think?
Yes.
It's been rough.
And the range hasn't been as good as it was in years past.
And the arm has not been able to get him out of trouble.
Forearm issue. Like he's
got
a lot
issues
of
all over.
Yeah, and then the disco thing is a big problem right now. And it's not necessarily
He's unpitchable. He's the Jordan Poole of the rotation.
Options. They have no options. Like, I agree with you.
By the way, that's the new take for 2022. Yeah. Anybody is unblankable. Like, he's unkickable if you have a punter struggling. He's unkickable as a punter right now.
The only time that was good was when Klay Thompson was struggling for a couple of games in the playoffs, and you said he was unclayable.
Yes.
That was the only time I liked
that one. Yeah, I like that.
5 of 20 in game 6.
It was funny for a second.
Yeah.
It was annoying, but also funny at the same time.
Like Joey Bart is uncatchable.
Yeah, well,
you can't catch him.
I don't even know if he's playing yet. He's still waiting. He was on a mental break. Here's the bigger philosophically. We were talking about this in the first hour.
Totally Hawaii.
So Mark and I have been doing this podcast, Garlic Fries and Baseball Guys, all year, and I feel like we've had the same conversation in 100 different ways, and it's about team building philosophies. We understand the Warriors are like at the height of sports. They've got one of the greatest players that an organization may ever see. They've blended the youth with the veterans. Okay, it was magical. It's amazing. The Niners, football just gives you more talent every single year. It's a little different in the NFL. There's parity. In baseball, all I've been hearing is, these prospects. In 2018, Braves, #1 farm system. 5 years later, they win the World Series, right? It's proven. I look at the top 5 teams. They have massive payrolls, and they have top 10 prospects in terms of farm system. They've blended the current with the future. Dodgers are #1 in payroll, #1 in farm system right now by a lot of metrics. How are the Giants going to get over that?
Before you
I'm
answer,
just asking out loud.
Before you answer, let me let the audience know that they are listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM and AC1 San Francisco and Odyssey Station. Download the Odyssey app and favorite 95.7 The Game for the best and most up-to-date Warriors and Giants coverage.
It feels like the Dodgers have built kind of what the Warriors are trying, not to the success, but like top payroll, and they're blending the youth with the current, and star hunting. I just think it's really hard.
They're going to have to spend at some point. I don't know when that is. They're obviously very, very discerning when it comes to that. Opportunistic, if you will. It also takes somebody saying yes. So do they acquire a Juan Soto? Do they go for an Aaron Judge? Do they keep finishing second in every single derby? They're going to have to spend at some point. But the other side of that, the farm system has gotten obviously way
from 27
better.
to 9.
Way better
in 4 years.
Since Farnsworth, which was his #1 thing.
Absolutely.
That's actually one of the reasons they got him. And it's gotten way, way better. However, you're now at a point where everybody wants to start seeing some of those guys.
Right.
The first guy we saw was Joey Bart. And the next guy we've sort of seen for a second is Elliot Ramos.
I don't know what to make of him.
Okay, so why don't we listen to you guys again talking to Flem about this guy, David VR.
Yeah.
Why haven't we seen him yet? And let me throw another name at you. And this would be, I guarantee you, and I already
Harrison?
I know the Giants would say no, it's too early. But Madison Bumgarner was the
20.
exact same age
I remember,
that Kyle
I went to that
Harrison
game.
is.
Yep.
Wow.
Kyle Harrison has not had as many minor league starts
Not
as
even
Madison.
close.
Not even close. But
Well, that's because of COVID, too.
that's
and
the
also
facts
look at-
are he hasn't
No, I
pitched.
know, but
And
I'm
look
saying
at the
he has
guys
the whole
that-
COVID.
but
Look
he's
at the guy
dominated.
Strider from the Braves. We saw him on Tuesday. He
Yep.
pitched last night against the Dodgers, 6 shutout innings, 7 Ks.
Fast track.
He was in single A
Yep.
last year. Now he's already in the majors in a year.
This is not only a homegrown guy, this is literally a homegrown guy. This is a local Bay Area product. Are you telling me that he would be, I don't know, he would be that damaged if you brought him up for a couple of starts? Now, he just went up to Double-A a month
And
ago.
he's not overpowering people in Double-A.
Actually,
he is.
Actually, he is.
Look at his
destroying
numbers.
He had one really, really bad outing last night. He gave up
His
2
game
hits in
logs are
7
good.
innings.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
His game logs are really
he
good.
actually is pitching
You want to know
very,
what
very
game
well.
logs were good? Look at Madison Bumgarner's minor league stats sometime. I think he was 46-6 over 64 starts, and he had a real body of work. This kid, he doesn't have the body of work, so he comes up and flashes, overthrows, gets hurt. Who knows what happens?
But that was also 12 years ago when you waited on
You
guys
did.
for a lot
Absolutely.
longer. You're fast tracking guys now more than ever. And I can't, that COVID year, no one played. There was no minor league system. He would have had more innings logged. I get what you're saying. Just a start or two.
But
They
he
need a
doesn't
guy.
have more innings logged is the point. That's my point. Because he doesn't have more innings logged, he doesn't have that endurance, that experience. He's not even 21. He won't be 21
So
until August.
here's a
5
question.
innings.
Forget all that. My question is, what is the plan? We
I-
know the
that's
plan with the Niners.
I don't
We know
know.
the plan with the Warriors.
I don't know.
I
I
think
know
the
what
plan
the plan
is.
is.
But it's just going to be a
you're not
slow
gonna like it.
process.
Well,
You're
yeah,
not gonna
just
like
wait.
it.
So we
That's
basically have to be
baseball. That's
patient.
baseball.
The problem with the plan is that 107 wins actually messed up
It recalibrated
everything, right?
the process of your plan, because the plan was to go farm system first.
Yeah.
And then once you've got a homegrown core, you've kind of replaced the Brandons and Buster. Then you start to do your sprinkling,
Right.
which Farhan is better than anybody in the world at. And he's already done it. Yaz,
Right.
Yeah.
Luis Gonzalez, whatever. You sprinkle,
Jock.
and then you pounce and spend a bunch of money, except for that still takes somebody saying yes.
Right.
And B, when you got 107 wins in what was supposed to be a tinker
Rebuild.
and
Right.
not a
Rebuild.
rebuild, but like a stepping stone year, and you got 107 wins, and everyone's like, okay, now you have to do it right now. And they're like, well, we don't have the homegrown. The guys
Right.
they're not there
We're not
yet.
ready
11
yet.
of their
They're not
top
ready.
15 are supposed to show up somewhere between this year and late next year.
And the ones who
11.
are supposed to be ready don't look good.
I know.
So the guys who are
That's
supposed to be
disagree.
ready.
And those weren't his picks. So what are you going to do?
So then going after Juan Soto is going to deplete this farm, correct?
Well,
and is
but-
that worth it to know that you
Yes.
have major league?
Yes.
home-
He's that
I'm
good,
with
yes.
you.
Yeah, he's that
that
good.
one. That one's different.
And it helps
I'm
free
always with
agency.
you. I'm always with you when it's prospects or major league proven talent. I'm always going to take the major league proven talent over a prospect all day long, because I'm looking at Aaron Judge, right? And look, Aaron Judge is a long shot.
He
We have
might
no
hit
idea what he's
60
thinking.
jacks.
Yeah.
We have no idea. But if you want to get Aaron Judge, don't you need a Juan Soto to say, hey,
Yeah, he's not
we're
coming
appealing
along.
over here. That's what makes the Warriors,
with
you.
you know, that's what makes the Niners appealing, knowing that they're on the cusp of a championship. But also you get these ring chasers, and you get guys saying, you know what, I want to be part of that. I want to bat in front of that guy.
If Aaron were to come, he's signing up for 7 years. He's coming home, and I don't think around baseball circles people worry about whether or not the Giants are trying to compete. I don't think they worry about that. So Aaron's not going to be
Yeah,
like,
they're not
you
the
have,
Pirates.
you
Right.
have to have another star right away. Juan's different, though. You guys, like, to me, again, they're so measured with who they're going to go after.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody's 24, that's a yes. They'd be much more likely to go try to deplete farm system to trade for Juan than they would be to sign Aaron, who's already 30.
And the team control element of that is obviously critical to
he
what they're
checks
trying to do.
all the boxes.
Yeah.
They absolutely would give
I mean,
up
you
3
buy
or 4
him out for-
prospects
I mean,
for Juan
it's
Soto.
3 or 4 of the big prospects, and if your farm system is really that deep, then you can afford to do it. And
If you could get Juan Soto, and I'm not saying you don't include these guys, but if they can put a package together that does not include Harrison or Luciano,
That's what I'm saying.
Do it.
And if you look at the
You can have
Lindor
them all.
deal, Lindor a little older, like they gave up, just looking at their raw guys in terms of where they ranked in Major League Baseball and in their own system, it wouldn't take you your top 2 prospects, which is what Luciano and Harrison are right now. Again, prospects are suspects. I get it. But Harrison looks legit. And I went to that first game, Bumgarner, with Posey catching. It was in 2009. He came up at the very end of the year for, I believe, 1 or 2 starts. And I went to the one home game. He was so young. It was raw. I think he gave up a couple home runs.
he had turned 20 like a couple
literally.
weeks before that.
And he had already barnstormed at an umpire earlier that year in the minors, if memory
the red
serves.
ass going already.
Yeah.
So that was big league level.
But they gave
already.
him a little taste, and then he came up the following year and was really good.
You
Yeah.
guys said the word this morning, and I'm not saying it's. Look, I don't know. I'm seeing Kyle Harrison pitch outside of videos. I don't know what his mental
I know.
makeup
Who
is.
knows?
I don't know. And I'm sure because they want you to dominate at a certain level, and he's been in Double-A for a month. So I don't know how you dominate, even though he looked great last night. But you guys keep using the word that to me is that they need a spark.
Yes.
I don't know what or who the spark is.
That's what I'm
And
at.
I mean this, to Bag's article, it's not even on the field. It's at the concession stands. It's it's out in the water. It's at the plaza.
It's everything.
Something needs to spark.
Right.
And I don't know what it is. So we're all searching.
well,
What did you
especially
think of
in
Bag's
light of
article?
the Warriors, and what they just finished, we all were on such a sporting high.
That's
that
what I
now,
said.
now
Yep.
we turn our
Thank you,
attention,
Jim.
and it's like
It's a
okay,
letdown.
Yeah,
and
no.
but it's a letdown across the board. And he talked
Yes,
about the game
agreed.
experience
Right.
and the team. There's no pop. I just don't know if a 20-year-old guy pitching every
No,
fifth
he's not
day.
the
something.
solution.
Think
I
about
agree
if
with
they
you.
had.
I agree with you there,
Whoever the
Gibbs.
Giants, Jonathan Kuminga is, and Shasky made a great point earlier.
Sure.
Like in basketball, we can see these youngsters. They get get to play.
They
We don't
can
get to
play
see.
5-10
We don't get
minutes.
to
He
see
does a
Marco.
dunk, you know?
Right? We don't get to see Luciano. We
All
don't get
that.
to see Harrison
Right.
and all that. But we need something to glom onto. Like, get me excited about something.
Definitely.
I'm going to the games this weekend against the White Sox. Someone said, "What am I excited about?" Well, one, Friday night's fireworks night. I don't really go crazy over fireworks,
night?
but I'm just like, I
Always
just want to
fun.
go
It
hang
is
out with
fun.
my buddy.
It's always fun. It is fun.
But like,
Yeah.
I'm more excited about going to see Tim Anderson and Abreu. Nobody on my own roster. The Giants desperately need that. But to Baggerly's point about the stadium, the in-game experience, we're all at opening day where it took us like 45 minutes to get some chicken strips and garlic
Yeah.
fries. I don't
Okay.
know what's going on with that.
Is that a podcast? Chicken strips and garlic guys?
Yeah, garlic, yeah, something like that.
Well, we are
That's
gonna
the
try to
spin-off.
download
That's
that one.
all minor league talk, Dips. All minor league talk.
Thank you.
Just single A. I'm thinking Eugene,
love it.
Oregon
Right.
only.
Joe Rizzo joins
Yeah,
us. You know.
exactly.
You need to get Joe Rizzo on.
I thought you just touched on it because
Please book him.
for me, and I know what Bags are saying. Like nobody's changed the music, and I'm not going to a ball game for walk-up music. I'm not going to a ball game for sausage races. Even
That's
though
what I'm
that's
saying.
a,
Like
that's,
a
that's a
reliever,
ton of
like
fun.
walk-up music. Miss me with that.
But I am going to a ball game for what is the overall experience and what is this costing me? And right now, you have something that is out of line. It is totally out of whack. Like we look at a Warrior game and we go, man, the people who have resource in this city, because it'll cost you $1 bajillion to
Right.
but
take
you
a couple
know you're going to have fun.
But you're going to have a
Yep.
very
Yeah.
unique
Yep.
experience.
Yep.
And so there are people who are like,
Agreed.
I'll splurge
Yep.
on that. Because I can go sit
Yep.
in row 10 of a Warrior game. I'll splurge
There's a
on
payoff.
that. I'm not going to splurge on a Giant game because there's another one tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 more this weekend.
Right.
And another one the week after that. And so what you have right now is the ease of getting there is not there. The cost of it is too high. It feels like the concession. Pavlovich wrote about this yesterday. The amount of food you're getting is going down.
Yes.
The amount of
Right.
time you're in line is going up.
Yep.
The whole thing, I can't get food without missing 2 innings of the game.
Right.
Which is crazy
The
considering.
experience is
In this
not,
delivery era.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's-
Exactly.
The experience is not matching.
Right.
Right. There's a cost benefit analysis going on here. It's not working for people.
And part of it
And I think
is
it's
the
that
sausage
simple.
race and the music. I mean, for some fans, they want to go for that secondary, that tertiary entertainment, and you're not getting it right now.
well,
and if
if
it's
you-
more
well,
expensive
yes,
and tougher to
Tibbs.
get to, and the bang for the buck isn't there in this economy
Yeah.
where it's $6.69 a gallon anyway,
Right.
and then I got to shell out $75 to park, I'm out.
Oh yeah, the
We're
parking has
appointment.
gotten parking is ridiculous
Madness,
out there.
bro.
But now you're losing the casuals. Because you, as
You're
Baggerly
losing the
pointed out,
casuals.
you go from
Exactly.
30,000 as season ticket holders to 15,000.
So you're losing
And
the
now
hardcores too.
You're losing the
though,
hardcores
because
too, and the
season
casuals.
tickets are cut in half, and the casuals aren't coming out because of what Mark was
The
describing.
casuals want to see a star. They want to see somebody
Well,
who's
they
going
wanna be a part of the party.
Because
Right, exactly.
think about it.
Right.
Think about
Yeah.
this. I was thinking about this while watching the game yesterday. I was flipping back and forth to the Ole Miss Oklahoma College World Series game. I'm like, man, the Giants ain't giving me nothing. So I'm watching what's going on in Omaha, Nebraska, and I'm thinking, when is the last time I've wanted to go to batting practice? You know, batting practice, going to BP was a big thing.
It was-
I want to
it
go
was
see
very
guys
Bonds.
swing.
Everything.
Right.
Bonds.
It was everything.
Right,
And it
but
was-
you're not. I mean, Bonds. That was obviously.
But it was
even-
the Steph Curry
Yeah.
pregame.
But let me-
And
So
now
let me
you got
ask you
guys
that,
playing
just-
the shift during batting practice.
Right,
It sucks.
exactly. Like, oh, that,
But the sound of
some
the
that
bat-
would have gone through. in a
Right.
ring.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you would go see Pablo because it sounded different coming off his bat for a while. There's nobody where you're like,
Do you
go watch
think
Brandon
that-
Bell go do PP?
That average attendance figure that's bouncing around, do you think it'd be any different if Bryce Harper was on the team? Be real now.
So
I
that's
do.
a great question.
It's
See,
a
I
great
don't.
question.
I don't
I
either.
don't.
I'm
Maybe
with
you
I don't think
I
that's it.
But I think
Bryce
there's other
ain't doing
guys
it.
coming to do with Bryce. I think Bryce is box office. I know I would rather go to the game to go see Bryce.
I think you need
What Bryce
multiple
did-
guys.
When Bryce was with a Philly and he hit those 2 home runs on a Friday night at Oracle, I was like, damn.
If he was
didn't want
having
to
an
right
Aaron
center.
Judge like
Right.
year, then
Yes.
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 Right, but I mean, look, he's been an MVP within the last couple of years. He's not ever really had a year like that.
He
Like
batted
what Judge
240 year
Right.
one, I think, with
and,
them.
and his team hasn't been in the
No.
playoffs.
Won an
Like,
MVP,
would you
though.
rather? Right? Is the attendance going to go up if Bryce Harper's on the team and they're 81 and 81, or Bryce Harper's not on the team and they're 90 and 72, which is what they're still on pace to do?
Yeah, it's an interesting question because this year, this 1972 is a Wake Me in September kind of feel
Yes.
from the casual fans.
Yes.
And that's
Right.
what scares me about what's going on.
And to your point about Bryce, when the rumors were circulating on that media
Giants
there
fans
at Fan
were
Fest,
fired up.
Everybody's price is coming to the
but that's the
that
nature
buzz.
of social media in sports. That's why July 4th has become a huge NBA day throughout this, even though there are no games. Like, we get all up in the whole, like, hot stove. Who are you
We
going to sign?
love transactions.
Sure,
I agree with that.
Sure, but what does that mean on the day in and day out? It's Tuesday tomorrow. Detroit's in town. I'm actually going. I'm bringing the boys.
Torkelson?
We're going. Okay?
Casa Grande.
Mickey?
But
Tickets
like,
got to be cheap, right?
It's good knowledge of Casa Grande.
I went to Casa Grande.
Oh, very good.
Petaluma.
There you go.
Petaluma Little League, by the way, is one to watch.
Yeah, that team had like 5 kids drafted.
And
or
good
whatever
luck
it
to
was.
all the 12-year-olds going out to district starting this week as we start to
just
forecast
talking
our
about this.
picks for the Little League World Series
San
coming
Rafael
up.
smashed San Francisco this weekend.
What fills the
No.
building tomorrow? The Detroit
Your boy
Tigers
was
are in
hot.
town, and whatever. The Tigers, the Giants are kind of
Come
struggling a
see
little bit.
Jimmy Fox.
What if I said? What if I
They
said?
got a Little League World Series. That's
Bryce-
a new low for me.
Bryce Harper is
That's-
in the lineup for the Giants
Yeah.
tomorrow night,
Bust your ass down the first base line, you 9-year-old.
or every single concession item is $5.
That would the concession item thing would be more.
Of course it would.
Take Hawaii, by
This
the way,
is-
and lay it at 6.5.
Let me throw
No,
you something.
no, no.
You know, this is
Pitch
interesting.
a strike, you bum.
David
11 years
Sampson.
old.
Catch
Ryan
the
over
ball,
center.
Logan. It was right to you.
David Sampson, who used to run the Marlins, said that when they gave out free tickets, right, to boost their attendance, they found out that people who get free tickets also bring their own food and don't spend any money at the concessions, right? Because they want to have the full free experience. That's that they found out. They did a study.
We used to go to Gordo's on Irving when we would
Okay.
go to
Oh,
Giants
Irving and
games
Nice.
down
Love
to
those.
Candlestick.
Yeah, I love
Always
those.
to Gordo's,
Yep.
super chicken, eat half on the way, in the pocket.
Yes.
You know, and that way you don't have to sweat the concessions.
I don't even mind. Like, we've always. When have we not hated concession prices?
Oh, that's always been bad.
ever?
Always
I mean,
hated it.
SFO.
Right.
Go get a soda or a water or whatever
Thank
at
you.
SFO. It's like
So-
$11.50.
so
I had a
I-
mortgage broker so I could get 2 drinks
I
and
mean,
chase.
thank you, but I can wrap my head
You need
around
a HELOC to get the money out.
I can wrap my head around that. What I cannot wrap my head around is this thing of chicken strips is less than it used to be 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's twice
as much.
I went to go get this in the 4th inning, and
Yes.
now it's the 6th.
But what happened
You
during
can't-
COVID? Because COVID, I ordered for me. It went again half
But
the amount of people.
that was a mess too.
I know. I ordered,
It
and then
was
I'm
a
like standing
mess.
there waiting, and they're like, "It's touchless." I'm
So-
like, I could have
During
ordered a burrito.
COVID, they had to like leave it outside your
Yes.
door
Can I
and
tell you-
then
can I tell you-
disinfect it
quick,
before we even got it.
seriously.
Quick COVID order ahead Oracle Park story. Order ahead and you get the text. Oh, go to your doggy diner or
Oh,
whatever.
I did that before,
Your
yeah.
pretzel's ready.
Okay.
And then
You got
go
there?
get into a separate line.
No.
You know, right? This is the
So
line
what was
for
the point of ordering online?
this is your not only that, this is your food is ready line.
you're ordering a line.
And
That's
that
what you're
line,
doing.
that line takes 20 minutes.
I've
So
done it.
I
It was
get
a
curious.
mess.
Seriously.
I get curious.
Why is 30-person line, please?
Why is this line taking so long?
Yeah, and what
you
they
get
say?
up to the front, and there is a God bless her. She's
it's not the worker's
north
fault.
of 65 years old. She's looking at a table that has 26 letters.
I don't have my good glasses
Pasted
today.
on the table, A through Z, so that and last name is Willard.
Mick Willard.
Okay, we got to.
I love you.
Totally.
Okay, was that Nillard? No, Willard. Okay, wait a minute. And we're looking.
Mark
No,
Millard?
it's under. I mean, I'm sitting there going, no wonder we're all
You should have
sitting
put
here.
an apron on and worked in the back.
I mean, look, and it's no one's fault except for the whole process. It's not working.
No, I agree
It's
with that.
not working.
It's not working
It's
at
not
all.
working.
in a touchless society that we're in, just everything needs to come quicker.
So to
that's what we all-
summarize this convo, Giants are in a little bit of trouble here. They got to figure
BYOB.
something out.
Bring your own biscuits.
Bring
if
your
you're going
own
to a
biscuits.
baseball
Well,
game.
but the
Seriously.
biscuit in the basket.
But that's
Thank
the point.
you.
Like you, I know that here's my stat for you, Bonte. Since the start of the season, they're 39 and 33, and so you can win more games than you lose, and still have a hard time
Resonating.
gathering everybody.
Right.
It's not
Think
the
of-
baseball. I'm
think about-
telling you,
they're
it's
a
not
half
the
game
baseball.
behind. They're a half game behind the Cardinals right now before we leave in the wild card race, and they've got Arenado, Goldschmidt. They just brought up Gorman. O'Neal's
Bader.
hurt. Bader. He's got dudes.
Let's not act like
It's just
Harrison Bader is exciting.
Gold Glover. He's a great center
He's
fielder.
back cleanup for the
Cool.
Giants right now.
And he's got a sweet glove.
He's
the
back cleanup for the
trapeze.
Giants right now.
Bader?
No, he's not batting cleanup, but
on,
he's,
man.
he's in the
Slide
top
up.
6
Dude,
spots.
This platooning guys slide up
but
where
see-
they're pinch hitting for Jock in his 6th inning. Your best hitter.
But there's the point. Like we blow off. We need somebody who'll go out there and make the All-Star team and hit 17 home runs.
Jock's that guy.
Oh wait, we do, and it's still not the thing. I'm telling you, it's not the baseball. The attendance thing is not the baseball. It's all the other stuff. It's a cost-benefit situation that has been misplayed.
Let's talk about it at 1 o'clock today.
Let's do that.
Garlic fries and
Let's do
baseball
that.
guys.
Let's
Look
do
for the
that.
podcast. But in the meantime, it's Willard and Diz taking you up until high noon here on 95.7 The Game.
I'm tired of getting pushed around.